Park Hoppers! Today, we are starting a new segment. It's called Movie Hopping!
So, we love movies.
We do.
Quite a bit. During the summer, we probably go to
Every weekend.
movies every weekend.
Every weekend.
At least once. Sometimes every day of every weekend.
Yes.
Not only is it a fun way to beat the heat, but we just really love movies.
Honestly, I didn't like movies.
No, when we first started dating, she hadn't seen hardly anything unless it was a Disney movie.
Unless it was a Disney movie.
But now we watch tons of everything.
Everything.
And
especially Disney movies.
Since we've been stuck home during quarantine, we've been really kicking around the idea, like, what kind of content can we make that we think people would still have fun with? And it dawned on us that, one, we've never really rewatched a ton of the Disney animation movies.
Yeah.
Especially me. I think there's some of those movies I've only seen once.
Same here.
Maybe some of them none.
Mm-hmm.
So we got online and we made a list of all animated movies made by Disney Studios.
They're all in here.
Cut the list up, printed it, cut it up, put it in a popcorn bucket. And the idea would be that we'll randomly pull one out.
So, like, this one is The Princess and Frog. I'm sorry, The Princess and the Frog. We have that it was released in 2009, and it is 97 minutes long. There's a little description. A waitress desperate to fulfill her dream as a restaurant owner is set on a journey to turn a frog prince back into a human being. But she had to face the same problems after she kissed him. Dum dum dum.
So we thought it would be fun to go through and give these all a rewatch and give them a review. Obviously, you can go online, you can Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, you can look at user reviews, but we wanted to break it down a little differently. So we bought these really fun little, what are these, whiteboard
panels?
Like panels. We thought it'd be fun, kind of like judges.
Found them at the Dollar Tree.
At a pool, you know, when somebody does a high dive and they hold it up, right? And so what we decided we'd break these movies down into is going to be based off 5 different categories. So the first is going to be animation.
Mm-hmm.
The second is going to be the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
The third will be music. The fourth will be the voice acting or the acting abilities, right? Because that's really important.
Yep.
And fifth will be cinematography. So I think that's something a lot of people don't think of in an animated movie.
Right.
But they're still planning what the shots and what the end animated scene is going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought that would be cool. So what we'll do is, like, you can see those 5 categories.
Yep.
Each of us will be able to give it up to 5 points per category. And then that'll give us a total score. We're going to wait for that. All right, there we go. So that'll give us a total score at the end of what the movie scored in the park hopping, movie hopping scoreboard. And what we want to do is create like a cool animation or a cool list that'll update as the movies do, either the top 5 or top 10.
Right.
And we think it'll be a lot of fun.
I think so too.
So what we'll do is we'll probably pull the first one. Should we shake it up?
Pull the first one now?
Me as well.
All right. Here we go.
Let's see what we get.
And we got Pinocchio!
Ooh, I haven't seen that in a long time.
So in case you don't know, Pinocchio is about a living puppet with the help of a cricket as his conscience must prove himself worthy to become a real boy. So when we look this up, this grossed at 84.25 million.
Yeah, and that's probably the original release number.
Right.
So yeah, we'll go ahead. What we'll do is we'll give this a watch today, and then we'll review it, and we'll be back with you.
All right.
So it'll be a little while for us, but it'll be instant for you guys.
We'll see you in a bit.
So we just finished the movie?
Just finished the movie. It's been a long time since I've seen Pinocchio.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I watched it. I was definitely like before the age of 10. I think the only reason I even remember the story at all is from the ride at Disneyland.
Yeah. Seriously.
Because it's pretty close.
It is.
I mean, it was pretty good.
Yep.
Alright, so I guess we'll just jump into it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the animation a little bit.
Animation. Should we score it first?
Before
we talk about it?
Sure, yeah. That's a good idea.
Alright.
So apparently we only have one dark pen. The rest of them
I'll use
are...
this one. It's a wet erase, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to keep it from you. It's a secret.
Okay. So wait. Tell me, describe or explain how we're judging this. Like, how is the animation being judged?
Like, on what you thought of it.
Okay.
Like, it's all just your thoughts on it.
Okay.
Like, do you think it was good? Was it the best you've seen? You know, 1 is it was garbage. You can give it a 0 if you want.
Yeah.
So, remember, this movie came out in 1940, guys.
Yeah, 1940.
Like, so this was...
So are we judging it by 1940 or by...
And how does it hold up today? I think it doesn't really matter how you judge it. It's just like, obviously, does the animation look as nice as Frozen 2? No. But it's nice in different ways, right?
Yes.
So think about 1940s. Does it still hold up today? You know?
Okay.
And so this was actually what we didn't cover in the beginning was it's only the... You can write your score while I'm talking.
Okay.
It was only the second feature-length Disney animated movie. This was number 2. So this is hot off the success of Snow White in 1937.
I believe.
So, you know, 1940, it's pretty crazy.
Right. I mean, from Snow White to Pinocchio, the animation has grown.
Well, then think about that when you're scoring it.
Okay. No cheating.
I already wrote mine like minutes ago. It's fast. Yeah, I'm pausing in the right place. All right, so I guess on the count of 3, we just reveal our scores.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, can you see mine? There we go.
Yep. So you gave it
a 3.
A 3.
And you gave it a 5?
I gave it a 5.
Wow.
Yeah, I gave the animation
I'm like
a 5.
really surprised.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at some of those animation effects. Like, nothing had ever been seen, like the glow on the blue fairy.
Yeah.
Like the fire effects when Pinocchio's like pinching it.
Yeah.
Like that looked really good. The smoke billowing. I mean, that's all hand-drawn cells.
Right.
And then one thing that I think I had read a long time ago that was like never done before was water like that.
True.
So, you know, that was pretty crazy, I think. So that's why I went with a 5.
Nice. I went with a 3 just because, 1, it grew from Snow White, but I feel like kids watching it today won't be able to sit and be drawn into it.
Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, you work with kids.
I do.
All right.
All right.
All right, cool.
Next one?
Next one. So you can go ahead and erase that.
All right.
All right, moving on.
Next.
Storyline.
Storyline.
So let's rate the storyline.
All right. I'm trying to make mine thicker, like a sticker. All right.
All right, ready?
1, 2.
Just beat me. Trying to see it. I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 5.
All right. So go ahead and you can start this time. Why'd you give it a 5?
I gave it a 5 because I feel like a lot of kids don't understand cause and effect and going behavior. I'm sorry, I'm such a teacher when it comes to this. I feel like if Dumbo was redone today, a lot of kids would understand morals more. They would understand like and
you said if Dumbo was
oh I meant Pinocchio, sorry guys. But if Pinocchio was redone today, I feel like kids would understand more, like if I don't behave, this can happen. If I don't listen to the good side of my conscience, this will happen. If I listen to the bad side of my conscience, this is why I constantly get in trouble, type of deal.
Yeah, I guess like the morality in the movie is pretty strong message. I just think the story is really like two-dimensional. Like it's not like that good of a... What are you looking for?
My towel.
I don't know where you put it. I think the story is good, but it's not like groundbreaking. I think the animation was groundbreaking for the time, but the story was kind of playing it safe. It did teach good morals that still stand up, so that's why I did give it a 3. But other than that, I don't find the story like that compelling. I feel like they just go from the scenes are there to tell the morals. It doesn't like naturally occur.
Yeah, I can see that.
And there's, it's kind of like, I think for a lot of people, they're not going to necessarily understand like who the protagonist is, or who the antagonist is. The protagonist is obviously Pinocchio, but the antagonist, like who's the bad guy? Everybody that's not Pinocchio or Geppetto is like the bad guy, you know? And so, I mean, the idea is like temptation, is the bad guy. But I don't know. I don't enjoy it that much.
I just feel like there's nothing out today that'll teach kids the storyline that Pinocchio tried to portray.
I think there's a lot of things on like Disney cartoons now that show cause and effect.
But not like, yeah, I guess.
They don't show smoking and the
right.
effects
No,
of drinking
exactly.
and stuff,
I'm not even saying like
which is
that
kind of
stuff,
cool that
period.
they did still show that.
Right.
But yeah, so that's why I gave it a 3.
All right.
All right, let's move on to music/sound design. So for this, since we did do /sound design, but that's more if we like review non-musicals or non-animated movies that don't really have music.
Mm-hmm.
So for this movie, I'm just gonna base my score off of the music in the movie.
Yeah.
Mostly the songs that are sung, not so much the background music, because the background music is beautiful.
Yeah.
Try to make mine thick too.
I did not hear thick.
All right.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
I gave it a 1.
A 1.
This movie has no songs that resonate with me.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, I Got No Strings is like a classic.
Right.
But that's probably, to me, the only song that's a classic. When You Wish Upon a Star has, like, a good sound. It's obviously very classic Disney. They play it during the fireworks a lot. It's more of, like, a moment than a song to me, which is cool. But, like, the songs don't resonate. Once I leave this movie, the only thing that I remember is I Got No Strings.
But can you sing all the words?
No, I can literally just say, I got no strings to hold me down, and that's it. And that might not even be the right words.
No, you're right on that part.
But that's it.
That's probably the only part I know too.
Yeah, we know.
But I like the little Russian guys. Hey!
Again, the animation in that scene is awesome.
Yeah.
But, like, when you compare it to other movies of those generations, like,
Mm-hmm.
are they as good?
Right.
I don't think so.
I gave it a 4 because their songs, like you said, they're memory songs.
Yeah.
Like, When You Wish Upon a Star reminds me of my childhood because it was a song that I performed in one of my, like, dance singing classes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just hearing, and then, like, I Got No Strings, it reminds me of Fantasmic. Just, like, I gave it a 4 because they bring back memories to me.
That's cool.
Yeah. Next, we're doing voice acting.
Ooh, this is a good one. For me, it's hard to compare voice acting because acting, period, I feel like is much better now. Even bad actors are better than most average actors of like the 40s and 50s because it was just done differently.
Mm-hmm.
Voice acting for me is tough because I gotta take out the quality of the sound. Obviously, they can only record certain ways, you know?
Exactly.
But yeah, so
I agree. That's
acting.
why it would be difficult.
Yeah. I'm trying to judge it I'm trying to judge it based on the era.
Okay.
Like, because it wouldn't be fair to compare them to like Anna Nelson's voice actors who are amazing actresses, you know?
Kirsten Bell, if you're watching, I love you.
Shout out, like and subscribe though, Kirsten.
Please.
Let's see, voice acting. Trying to cheat right there.
Because it's a test, guys. This is really hard.
Yeah, well, I'm struggling with voice acting.
Okay.
I know what I'm gonna do. Are you keeping track of our scores?
I am.
Alright, good, because I'm not.
I got him back here.
Thank God someone did.
I'm smart.
So smart.
Beauty and brains, guys. I don't know. This one's too hard.
Well, you gotta be...
I'm not good at being a critic.
I love criticizing things.
I know you do. That's why you came up with this.
Can't wait till we get to doing Star Wars movies. Coming for you, Last Jedi.
Zeros across the board.
Zeros, all of them zeros. Except cinematography, because the movie's beautiful.
What are you drawing on your board over here?
Nothing.
No, okay.
Squiggles.
Why are you looking?
I already wrote mine.
But you could change it. You have the easier marker to erase.
It's true.
I'm just gonna draw, you guys, a pretty picture for you.
It's so hard not to look.
Ready?
All right, yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I gave it a 4.
I gave it a 3.
All right, I was gonna go with a 3, and then I decided to go with a 2, and then I was like, no, because they're really good. Like, to be able to, like, I feel like back then they gave the voice actors like roles that they were known for.
Mm-hmm.
Like the gentleman that did the voice of Jiminy Cricket, like literally only did the voice of Jiminy Cricket in any Jiminy Cricket movie. Like,
right.
It's not like this one it's him, next one it's one that sounds like him, like that type of deal. And just to see, like, from watching the behind the scenes of everything, how hard it is to voice act, to do voiceovers, like, I went with a 4.
Okay. I went with a 3. I think the voice acting was good. It was probably great in its day. But you look at some of the voice acting in the movies that came after that, like think of like even Snow White, like the dwarves voice acting, they all got their like character really through.
Yes, definitely.
I think in Pinocchio, the only character that like really stood out to me is Jiminy. I think that voice actor, he really put his personality in it. And the voice of Pinocchio, I don't know who it is.
No, me either.
He did a great job sounding like a child. It probably wasn't a child. It's probably, could have been, but I doubt it.
Right.
But they did a good job. But everything else was just kind of like a generic. The main bad guys of it didn't have great voices. They were just generic, like, villain voices.
Right.
Especially,
exactly. Like if the Disney villain Green had a voice,
yeah,
it was the voice of the villains of Pinocchio.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I went with a 3.
All right. Last is cinematography.
Cinematography. So let's see.
Cinnamon?
Cinematography.
Cinnamon rolls? Cinnamon Toast Crunch? You don't even like cinnamon.
No, just on churros, that's it. I don't like to eat anything
Who
else.
are you?
I just learned that right now.
Because you love Cheerios and Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
But that's it. Everything else with cinnamon can go away. Cinnamon rolls? Not my thing.
That's good. So if anybody needs a new wife, I have an application because I need a husband that likes cinnamon. Why are you going with that number?
Because?
Hold on, I haven't even put my number yet.
You can just talk over here while she's doing that.
Why are you showing everybody your number?
I'm not. You can't see it yet.
Alright, let's get this done.
Just a little bit.
Not a lot?
Just a little bit. She doesn't even like turn it away while she writes it. At least I try to not show it.
Alright, because I'm a lefty.
That's true.
Next time I'll sit on that side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
3.
3!
This is the first one we agreed on.
Yep, it is.
I think the cinematography in this was good. They planned the shots pretty well. You could really see the transfer between cells, though, was really obvious.
Yes.
Which is probably for its time, but when you look at like the cinematography, I think Snow White was a little better.
It seemed to flow a little bit easier.
It did. It flows a little better.
Yeah.
The only thing where I think the cinematography was really good was the ocean scenes.
Yes.
They did a lot of tricks to make Monstro look bigger by filling the frame. So you don't always see all of him, which makes it look really good.
Right.
Other than that, I wasn't like amazed by the cinematography. It was good.
Yeah. Agree. So the total score for Pinocchio is 31.
So the total possible points is 50.
Right.
So Pinocchio scored 31. So that seems like it's going to end up pretty much, it's in the middle. It's good. A couple fun facts for you guys about Pinocchio, which I meant to sprinkle these in earlier and kind of like got distracted by scoring. One of them, some of the best animation, if you guys enjoy the animation, is in the cuckoo clocks in the beginning.
I definitely agree.
Very creative cuckoo clocks. And when the animators originally started animating those cuckoo clocks, Walt didn't believe that they could make those cuckoo clocks. He said they're not realistic enough. So the animators learned to make cuckoo clocks and made nearly all of those cuckoo clocks in real life.
That's crazy.
To prove they could be made.
Which one's your favorite?
I like the one that shoots the little cork and then it comes back.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite.
Yeah. Mine's, I don't even know what mine would be.
There's some really good
I like the ones with the little chicks.
Yeah.
The bird, the mama bird, and then the baby chicks come out of the eggs.
Oh, that one's good too.
I like that one.
That one's really good too.
I think that one's cute.
And then another fun fact is this movie actually bombed in the box office when it was first released in 1940 because of a little thing called World War II. Most European and Asian theaters were closed, so the movie didn't release there because America wasn't, was still not technically like fully ramped up. So we made money here, but the movie was actually not a box office success. It was then released again in 1945, where it made its money back. So kind of interesting.
Really interesting.
So little tidbits like that we want to try to sprinkle through here. You know, this is our first one, so hopefully you guys did enjoy it though. It's interesting. We probably, since we're not watching these in order, I will mention it. The next major movie was Fantasia.
Oh, okay.
Which bombed in theaters as well, also because of World War II. And then the movie after that was Dumbo, which is the next major real motion picture. Fantasia was more of like a project. It was a motion picture. But so Dumbo is a small movie compared. When you think of the animation in Dumbo, it's great, but think of the scale and scope of it. It's much smaller than Pinocchio. It's much smaller than Snow White, and that's because they had just released a string of movies that didn't make money. So Dumbo got scaled way back. Dumbo's actually the shortest of the feature-length movies.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we'll talk more about that when we get to Dumbo, but just because who knows when it'll be, I wanted to bring it up now.
Right.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed your time at the movies with us.
If you like Dumbo, let us know below.
Yeah, and then, you know, we're doing all the Disney animation movies, so we're picking at random, but let us know in the comments below what movie you hope we get next.
Yeah, and if you like the series, make sure you put on your notifications, and I hope your guys subscribing.
Yeah, thanks guys. Until next time, we'll see you at the movies.
Bye!
Yeah.
I got no strings. I don't know the song, but I'm too cool because I'm a puppet now. Eraser. Come and get her. He's using a dry eraser.
All right. Wow.
You let me.
That was pretty good.